Hello everyone, and I hope you're well. I would like to talk to you about the full moon that is coming up this Saturday, the 31st of October. It's going to be enormous, a really, really big event, and I would like to take a little bit of time today to explain it to you. So, the reason I'm doing this morning is I'm feeling the effects of this full moon coming already. And we've got a few days to go. Okay, so when there is a full moon, what happens is wherever the sun is in the sky, the moon is exactly opposite that. So this full moon is going to happen at 8 degrees of Taurus, and the sun will be at 8 degrees of Scorpio. Those are directly opposite each other when the full moon is its fullest. Okay, this is going to happen in Taurus. So there's a lot of things to get your head around with this particular full moon. So there's, what does the full moon represent anyway? What's the point in it? There is, what does a full moon in Taurus mean? And this time, Uranus, the planet Uranus, is going to be exactly conjunct, i.e. right on top of this particular full moon. There is also then what we can build on top of that, knowing your own chart. So knowing whether 8 degrees of Taurus is significant within your own chart and what area of life it's likely to play out. So starting with the basics, what is a full moon? What does it do? Well, let's look at what a full moon looks like in the sky. Big, bright, expansive, shining, illuminating what's happening in your heart and your deepest emotions. So the moon in our lives, within our bodies, represents the heart and the deepest, innermost, subconscious, impulsive emotions. So it's how we react unconsciously and subconsciously. So sometimes it can be a surprise to us when emotions come up, and at the full moon we tend to feel more because the moon is illuminating what normally may remain hidden in the shadows and a little bit dark. At this time, she shines a light on our heart space and on our feelings. So something may come up, and the full moon is a time when we feel everything, feel things that we might have otherwise repressed and held back or blocked. So the full moon enables us to bring up to light things that may have remained dormant. Okay, and that's just any full moon. Now, this particular full moon is in Taurus. Taurus connects with everything we hold of value and of worth and of the natural world in the material plane. So it's when I think of Taurus, I think of the grass. I just mentally go to my garden and there's leaves on the grass, there's trees, there's the physical natural world. There may be a cat and a dog and a squirrel and a magpie. You know, it's just what is physically here on our earth in the physical realm that we can see. So it's bringing everything into physicality, into reality. It's the clothes that we wear, it's the jewellery we wear, it's what we can see and hold of value. Taurus likes stuff. It's our house, it's our food, it's physical stuff. Now, this may bring up, at the full moon, it may bring up emotions connected with what we hold of value. So our stuff, we might have illuminating feelings and thoughts about our physical surroundings, about the furnishings in our home, about what colour is on our walls, about the clothes we wear, about our cushions, our jewellery. And I don't mean to sound really materialistic and vain, but it's likely to bring up emotions about stuff. Okay, and also the food we eat, what we put in our bodies. Our bodies are a total physical manifestation of our life on earth. So ourselves as well, you know, we might be more thinking about what we're putting into our bodies and craving natural ingredients, wanting to be healthy, wanting to drink pure filtered water, accepting ourselves as beautiful physical beings as part of this nature, the miraculous creation of nature. There is no separation. We are all in it. And we may become more deeply connected with ourselves of the earth, as part of the earth. And it will also depend on whereabouts in your chart that 8 degrees Taurus occurs. For me, it's right on my descendant, which is all about relationships with others, about contracts with others, where we meet others as equals. It couldn't be more significant in my own chart. So kind of need to have a think and feel into what that might bring up. And the reason I say this now in preparation for Saturday is that the 31st of October, as you will all know, is also Halloween. Also, it's the parts of the year that is seen as being a portal, a gateway date in our calendar, where the veil is very thin. So we're talking about, we're looking at having these illuminating thoughts and feelings on the very day when the veil is thinnest. So for some of us, the veil is quite thin anyway. If we are able to see, feel, hear in a clairvoyant way, if we have developed our spiritual gifts and abilities, the veil will normally be quite thin. But for everyone, the 31st of October is traditionally a date when we are more exposed to that particular energy, and we may become greater portals or channels. What I will say is that if you experience yourself as a healer, a light worker, a channel, please do start doing your protection work now. If anybody would like any help with that or anything, I do have a really good meditation that I can send you. So just get in touch with me. I'll do that for free. And it's something that I will be doing every day from now until Saturday, and probably beyond as well. Okay, so there is the fact that there is this greater potential for enlightenment. So this can be seen as a very good experience and very positive. And also there's just that kind of having the awareness that something new could come in, new things being brought to light, and they may quickly manifest because this is a full moon in Taurus. Taurus being bringing things into the material physical plane. Okay, combined with this, I should say, is a conjunction with Uranus. The planet Uranus is also going to be at 8 degrees at exactly the same time that we have the full moon at 8 degrees Taurus. Okay, so let me now explain the effects of Uranus, because there's quite a lot to get to grips with this particular full moon. And wherever we have aspects to a planet, it gives the planet, which in this case we're talking about the moon, and we're talking about our emotions corresponding to the emotional physical body. Whenever there is an aspect, the conjunction being a very strong direct aspect, it means it's at the same degree. It means that there will be the flavour of that planet coming into the moon. So let's look at what Uranus will be doing to the moon at full moon. Uranus represents enlightenment. It's the bolt out of the blue. It's the strike of lightning. Now, if you're thinking about that in a physical sense, so literally like a strike of lightning, that's a good visual metaphor, but this will be happening to people and in events. It will be manifesting in events. So what I'm saying is expect the unexpected. And I know that sounds a bit crazy because it's like, well, if it's unexpected, how can it be expected? I know. However, we need to expect the unexpected. There's no two ways about it. Now, Uranus can manifest in lots of different ways. It rules electricity, technology, and enlightenment, as well as many, many things. So you might have a blowout of your electrics. You might have technological problems. We're already still going through Mercury retrograde, and that has hit a lot of people harder than normal, this particular retrograde. That's coming out of retrograde on the 3rd of November, just in time for the US elections. I just did a face then, didn't I? I'm not here to talk about that. Okay, back to Uranus. When Uranus hits, the way I see my Uranus, the way I feel and experience the planet Uranus is, it's something that suddenly goes boom and you know it. It's like a shock to the heart. Imagine that lightning bolt, and it comes almost in like, I see it as being a bright blue light coming straight into your crown chakra. It goes so fast. It's like electricity. It's like lightning speed. And it hits your heart and you go, wow, okay, there's no unknowing that. There's no unseeing what I just saw. There's no unhearing that. And this will happen even more because it's at a time of the full moon, which is shining the biggest, brightest, most expansive light on everything that's manifesting into the material world. So expect something to show up. In this group, we always talk about synchronicities. We are, many of us, very highly connected with each other. And that's just a small group of people who are experiencing synchronicities in our lives that ought not to be explained by any other cause and effect mechanism. And we're like a small little test group of what really is the highly interconnectedness of all human life and the symbiotic relationship between as above, so below. So everything that's above the veil and below the veil. Everything that's in the unseen realms, everything that's in the seen physical realms. There's a blending of this energy at this time. So, Uranus, you can expect something surprising to come to light. It may be that you have a memory of something that happened in the past and you suddenly see it in a new light. And there will be no unseeing. And that is the kind of transformation that Uranus does. And you go, wow, I never understood that before. And here it is. This makes sense to me now. So those kind of moments are what can come up. you might see something physically manifested. So these numbers that you've been seeing repeatedly, they might suddenly appear in the physical realm and you go, oh, I get that now. I see how I'm connected with that person. I get it. Or I can make sense of something that's happened in the past. And it's that shift, it's that internal transformation, that shift of the emotions. I don't want to talk for any longer because this has been 15 minutes already. If you have any questions, please ask me in the comments below. I hope this has been useful in explaining the energies of what we can expect on the 31st of October. And like I say, if you would like the prayer of protection, I'm more than happy to send that to you. Okay, please take care, all of you. And yeah, sending you lots of love. Bye.